everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Bills going up against the Ravens. With that, time to get up to Baltimore, Maryland, as I'm pleased to introduce our new broadcast team for 2016. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, from Madden, it's a new broadcast team for the Ravens. It's natural grass on the field. That's what's different here as we welcome you inside M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. And partner, the Bills coming off a 500 season at 8-8. The Ravens, a season they'd like to forget, 5-11 last year.
That's not Ravens football, and they want to get back to playing at the level that they're used to, which is playoff caliber. What their head coach John Harbaugh said last year was like a cannonball to the gut. Then you flip it over to Buffalo. They haven't been to the playoffs since 1999. 8-8 last year. They're ready to push for a playoff berth.
It's the dawn of a new era for us at EA Sports as the 2016 NFL season is underway. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They're led by their veteran quarterback in his 9th year now out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
Started the first game of his rookie year and then didn't leave the lineup for a long time before suffering a knee injury and has rehabbed and made his way back. If you want a guy who can throw the long ball, you want Joe Flacco in your lineup.
After the torn ACL last year, a return for Justin Forsett. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Second down, Forsett. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Time to meet the offensive starters, and time for us to introduce you. You already know him, but Justin Forsett.
His face goes on the poster of those who just need an opportunity. A backup for much of his career. Once he received the chance to be a #1 runner, he's taken it and moved on fast.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Finding time. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Zach Brown in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now the longtime Raven punter, Sam Cook, on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the NFL. It's Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor's always been a worker, always seeking an opportunity, and one finally came to him in Buffalo, and he seized it.
Watkins alone on the left side. They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And now it's 2nd down. Here's the offensive unit, and heads up, look out for the Clemson Tiger.
Sammy Watkins was brought in to make plays. That's what he specializes in, out on the perimeter or going inside.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
When it comes to Elvis Dumervil, just throw your tape measure right out. He fits none of the qualities that you're looking for in terms of height, weight, speed. But he gets to the quarterback and puts him on his back.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense.
Let's go!
From the gun, it's Taylor. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Ronald Darby's selection makes a general manager look good. A terrific ball hawk who is eager to tackle in the run game.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. You don't want it. Hey, blue 45. Blue 45.
2nd down. Flacco now. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
We've got a 3rd and 11. Play fake to force it. Now Flacco. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Now it's Flacco. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter.
Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And his throw is incomplete. So one quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 0-0 our score. We're back to Baltimore after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Watkins alone on the left side. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. Charles Clay has tied in the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Here we go.
Again, it's McCoy. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Here's Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned at ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Carpenter misses. It's wide to the right and no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Bills now making their way back out onto the field. They had a clean slate last time defensively, forcing that super long field goal that was no good.
And from experience, I can tell you that, yeah, you want to block any type of a field goal attempt, but I don't know if you go all out at that distance. You send someone to the kicker to make sure they actually execute it, but you really play for a fake. You don't want to get beat that way and just play the odds, and the odds were in their favor, and the miss did occur.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Here's Flacco. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Sam Cook now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's go!
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Here we go!
On 3rd down, Taylor. He sets to fire deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Charles Clay, 67 yards. And the Bills are in for 6. Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. First down, Flacco. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone. It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go. You love pressure. I love it. We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost them 15 yards. And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Let's go!
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sammy Watkins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Carpenter now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10. Flacco once more. To the right side to Aiken. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Passing play, Flacco, and Watson has it right side. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Underneath, he hits for Sam. And getting Taking this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Baltimore first. Throwing here on first down. Flacco firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Let's go, defense. Our time. Hey! Move, 45! Move, 45!
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Offside, defense.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. First and 10 here for Flacco. His throw incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Dumps it off to Forsett. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Red zone opportunity. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd down, Flacco now. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And now it's 3rd down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Ravens haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Bills have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now following the fumble, Taylor's on target here, and this play will go for 6. Bills up now by 14. Third down from the 37. Forset's by himself here, and he'll end up at the 10-yard line before being tackled. However, they only come away with a field goal on the drive. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's turn it back over to Brandon and Charles in Baltimore.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Here we go.
Here's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. They've got his man complete. A big gain there for the Bills. 30 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And now a first down following that long gain. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. Now Taylor. He's got Watkins on the out route. Shreds the tackle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He may have had some offseason foot surgery, but that hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Here we go. 1, 9.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more? Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play action. Now Taylor trying to lay one up deep. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Now Dan Carpenter. His career long is 60 yards, so he's got a big leg. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3. And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Shocker. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum. See what they have up their sleeve. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, Flacco to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that. I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete. Play fake to force it. Now Flacco. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and that brings up fourth down. Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out. Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch. On second down, Taylor, left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one? The tight end, but not there. Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? They got a man. It's Woods. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn,
find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Second down, it's McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now Taylor to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Taylor. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance and they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Flacco. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Flacco once more. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bash.
Super toe.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He's got Watkins on the out route.
Missed.
It will not go down. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
Anytime there's an open target and there's a reception, the next thing you're looking for, the ability to break a tackle and gain additional yardage. That's what we just saw.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And he's got his tight end. That's Dre. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
In the red zone this time. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Taylor. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and tell him to go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
That's complete right around the 8. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Again, it's Taylor. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. Throwing again, it's Taylor. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Carpenter knocks it through. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Welcome back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis as we've hit the home stretch here following the 2-minute warning. Carpenter now, after the made field goal, will kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Bills defense now as they head out to defend here. They have played a really good game. They're just looking for one final stop here and celebrate this victory.
And if you're on offense, you don't want them to have that satisfaction. You know that you're not going to win the game. But you don't want them to roll in with those big grins on their faces. So you want to come up with something right here, some type of a big play to dent that good mood.
And then he's trying to not let that dent happen and go home happy. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Move 45. Move 45.
Incomplete on 1st down. Now Flacco on 2nd. They'll set up the screen for Forsett. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Now Flacco. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Hey, watch number 5. Hey, move 45. Move 45.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now they're in the hurry-up. Flacco here on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time. And it's 3rd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Throwing right, and that's complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Wallace, his first touchdown as a member of the Ravens, and the Ravens get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Jim Dre is big tight end, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go!
Oh, Taylor going to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. But it's a gain of 17 that time. And it's first down, Buffalo.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his tight end. That's Dre. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. Fighting him off. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They will take the knee, and it means a great start to their 2016 campaign, a win here in Week 1. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together So special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bills, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter